So, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Master Heart family, where we're going into into more and more about how to be living the magical life. And you're going to absolutely love it. That we're going to talk about today the miracles and the good things going on, and any questions about life and how life plays. And then we're going to invite Archangel Chamuel. And Chamuel is this beautiful pink light for our mind, energy for our emotion, and angel dust for our body. And she is unconditional love, which means despite the conditions, I'm going to love that person or I'm going to love that situation. and none of the committee thoughts about, oh yeah, but this person did this and whatever. It doesn't matter that we actually, underneath all of our committee and guardedness of our heart, that we actually all love each other and understand the enlightenment of understanding that we all need each other in order to include the contrast, things we don't like, in order to have a better future, in order to birth more clarity about what we do want. And then we're going to invite Archangel Jophiel. And Jophiel is this golden light energy and angel dust of illumination. And like I invite him in every day. And when I do, I ask, and we'll ask today for him to come in and illuminate our emotions to feel better than we ever have. And literally as that power, this energy. Remember these archangels, there's 7 archangels that basically came from what we would call God, our higher power, the universe. And it's the 7 main things that mankind that have walked before us have asked for. And so 2 of those things is unconditional love, and for us to be illumined, our mind to expand our imagination, creativity for understanding and answers and solutions, and to feel better. We all want to feel better. And to have that then not only in our spirit, our emotions are our spirit, but also in our body, and to have our bodies feel better. So it's going to be beautiful. It'll be magical. But as we start here, what's going on, guys? What's some good thoughts, some good magic things? Carolyn is back from her, I call it world tour. She says it's only one country. It seemed like a bunch of them, and it was across the world. And so, welcome back, Carolyn.
Thank you. It's actually really good to be home, but it was a super, super awesome trip. Yeah.
And that's awesome. When do you go?
I went to New Zealand and I rented a car, started at the top of the North Island and traveled across both islands and stayed with
Oh,
host families most of the time. I had like 6 days that I stayed in hotels
yeah.
or I stayed in hostels for a couple days. That was
Wow.
my one and done with that. I decided I'm a little more spoiled than that I can handle. So, but it was an experience and I'd never felt unsafe or anything, but
Yeah.
it was the most incredible just because it was like, I was like at one with myself and nature and God
Oh.
and learning to drive
Mm.
on the left side of the road. I never turned the radio on in 3 weeks. So
Yeah.
I was there for 24 days and,
Wow.
I never turned the radio on, but I probably
Yeah.
drove 4 to 5 hours a day and I hiked 4 to 5 hours a day. Um,
Oh my goodness.
but it was amazing. It was just
Wow.
so beautiful, and they have so many different climates and subclimates and stuff within that one
Mm.
country. It's amazing. I had everything from tropical days to glacier days. I mean, it was just
Wow.
really cool. So, and the people are
Wow.
amazing and very welcoming to, Americans. And
Yeah.
it was just really good. So I
Oh,
feel
that's
very cleansed
beautiful.
after all of that trip.
Oh, what a beautiful word, cleansed. Yeah, I feel so
Yeah.
cleansed. And you know, this world, it's such a beautiful world. And remember, this world has everything we want in it and everything we don't want, and we get to choose. And so Carolyn chose to attract wonderful people and amazing people on her trip. And then that's what she had. And
Mhm.
amazing experiences, amazing people. But also in New Zealand, there aren't very nice people there. And and so you get to choose, you know, what you want. I remember when I went to Egypt, people say, "Oh, you got to watch on. You're going to be bombed and everything." And I simply said to myself, "That's what I don't want. And what do I want? You know, I want
Mhm.
my travels. Not even the word safe, because safe, you know, it's a slippery slope. Am I really thinking safe or unsafe?" And so I want to be on that. My travels are smooth, easy, and enjoyable, and I attract amazing and wonderful people in my life. And whether we're traveling or not, for all of us every day to say that I just love this beautiful world, then I attract amazing and wonderful people
Mhm.
every day into my life. And then we will. And I love, Carolyn, you saying about how nature and how you just connected with nature. And that is an easy way to connect with your higher power, with God, with all that is to like, and so again, you don't have to go to New Zealand necessarily for any of this. The good people are right here. In Mother Nature, just take a walk, look at the sky. I mean, it's just so impressive that whether it's the day or the sun or the sunrise or the sunset or the night sky and
Mhm.
the stars and the moon, there, anywhere you are in this
Hmm.
world, it's all there waiting for us and
Yeah.
for us to enjoy it. And it also helps you with your perspective, that we sometimes have this perspective on, you know, me and all my problems and whatever. And when you look at the big, you know, the bigger picture of it, that, hey, we all have it made and we're going to all have a brighter future. So that's wonderful, Carolyn. So happy for you. I saw some pictures, just some amazing pictures of waterfalls, all kinds of things there. So,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
I hit every waterfall I could find there. I just love waterfalls. I just love even the sound of the water is just so
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
So yeah. So if I
yeah,
saw a road sign that said waterfall, I followed it. So,
yeah,
but that was one of the cool things about being on my own is I just followed whatever whim I had and it
yeah.
led to some pretty amazing. Some of the most memorable things I have from the trip were things that were not planned that just worked out super, super
God
good.
planned it.
So
Yeah.
absolutely, like I was gonna do the Tongaria Trail, which is like it's like a 10-hour hike through all
Oh,
different
wow.
climates, and I got a little scared because someone told me that they went with a group and they almost lost one of the people because they weren't prepared for the weather and they almost got
Yeah,
frostbite and all this stuff. And I thought, ooh, that's a little scary. What if something happened to me that nobody would even know? And
yeah,
so I decided
yeah.
not to do it. Well, that day, the family I was staying with had horses and two teenage
Oh,
kids. I think I sent you
wow.
pictures about that day,
Yeah,
Dr. Hank, but
yeah.
we did e-bikes first and went trail riding on e-bikes and through all the city and around with the lakes and the mountains, and it was incredible. And then we went on a rafting trip down going up to where the Hookah Falls is, which is Hookah Falls is like you don't want to go over the Hookah Falls, you wouldn't survive it. But we rafted right up to it, so it was like a big adrenaline rush. But and then got
Wow.
off right before those falls, um
Yeah,
and then it went horseback riding through the mountains, and it just was just so fun. And that family was amazing, and their house was amazing, and it
that's
was just
great.
cool, really cool.
Yeah,
So, and I
yeah.
made a new family in New Zealand because they're,
There you
it
go.
just in a couple days that I was there, they had me for dinner
Mhm.
both nights and kept me all day, the day in between, and we just had a great time. So,
Ah, that's beautiful. Yeah. And so I know many of you, don't want to travel and that don't listen to the committee on, oh, I can and don't have enough money or time or whatever. There's plenty of money and plenty of time. You just have to stop saying there isn't enough because then you'll get it. And Carolyn is really getting good at not listening to that committee and being
well,
aware
the
when the
other
committee
thing
does
is
come in.
too, is I've waited all my life for somebody to travel with, thinking that I
Yeah.
had to have somebody to travel with.
Yeah.
And the discovery that my traveling with myself was
Yeah.
actually really awesome. That was
Yeah.
huge for me.
Yeah, yeah. See, we are never alone, and we can always travel. We always have a partner that takes care of us, guides us, loves us, supports us,
Hmm.
and it's God, our higher power, our inner
Hmm.
being, and that and so that's the joy. And now you can have other people around, and like our Master Heart family, this is so we literally raise the energy, the vibration of the whole world because we're together, and our togetherness, that one of us connected is more powerful than millions that aren't. And we're all connected. And that's why we're here together, to understand that connection with the divine and with divine intelligence. Such a big deal about AI, and they're
Hmm.
spending $500 billion on AI, and that's cool. But we can tap into DI and have the answer that's right for us right now. And we don't need any money at all. And that's divine intelligence. And for us to ask and then receive. So that's beautiful, Carolyn. Welcome back. Welcome home.
Thanks.
And other fun things going on? Other thoughts? I see Deborah is there, looking good in the sunshine. Yeah, that's fabulous. And so, other miracles going on? Thoughts?
I'll share.
Everyday
Hey,
miracles are showing
okay.
up. Hi, Deborah, you go.
You
Oh,
go,
no,
Deborah.
you go.
You're
I love
cuter.
hearing you, but
Yep, go ahead.
I don't know. All right, I'll go. I'll make it quick. But
Yeah.
hey, everybody, it's so nice. You see that? Beautiful. Okay, it's
Oh
like a
yeah.
waterfall right next to her,
Yeah.
right behind my house.
Wow.
So pretty. So yeah, it's been great. I've been really working, not working. I know I always use that word, but
Focus.
allowing things, focusing on my beliefs. Um, so when I'm feeling a certain way, like if I feel, stressed or have one of those kind of primal, experiences, anger, frustration, it's
Mhm.
always tied, towards a belief, right? Like, oh, I don't have enough time or I don't have enough money to do, a belief. And and then what I've been doing is once I catch myself, I've been asking, is this belief even true? Because usually if it's a belief and it's in your primal state, it's not true. And it's not from the, universal or intelligence, because it's intelligence is based on love and truth. So for me, when I, catch myself and I say, well, is that even, that can't be true. Is that even true? And then if it's, I don't have enough time to get everything done today, or one of those thoughts, then I say,
Yeah.
let me think about those other times that I've, thought that and prove that that's not the truth. Like I
Oh,
always get it done. I always get what needs to be done that day are the most important things. So that's not even so let's, change that belief, right? Or so it's been really helpful noticing whether I'm in a primal state or a powerful state. And I want to stay in that powerful state because when you're in a powerful state, you're acting and co-creating, with the universe and all that is.
yeah.
And when I
Yeah.
notice that, so in the mornings, if I wake up like, oh, let me check my calendar, I'm like, no, take some deep breaths, connect, write down
Mhm.
how you're feeling, do your joy shop, and then ask yourself, how do I, is this even, this is even true? If you say, oh, I don't have enough money, whatever. Well, Has that
Yeah.
ever been true? Have you always been supported? Have you always been cared for no matter what? Have you always had enough for what you need?
Mhm.
Always, right? So
Yeah.
that's not true. So a lot of times we're living in this like kind of belief, and it's not even,
Yeah.
it's what we make up, or our committee makes up, and the contrast
Yeah.
makes up. Um, and so I just thought
Mhm.
that was really cool. And then I've just had magical, experiences
So,
happen with a guy from NASA coming on board, getting a scanner, wanting to bring my scanner to space, and wanting to buy a
yeah,
bunch of them.
cool.
So, when you allow
Yeah.
it, but then I had some kind of contrast or confusion that I had to ask and about, because I was on this, quick interview that I was telling Dr. Hank about with this guy who is an owner of a big media company, telling me that he scouted me out and he wants me to be a star and come on and share all about what I'm doing and be on TV and all the things, and Apple TV, and it's only going to cost 150 per session, but I have to pay up front for 60 sessions or whatever. It's like $2,400, and but like how it's going to be the best thing, and all that. And I was really excited about it. I'm like, yeah, all right, sign me up. But then I'm like, is this? And then I had to ask Dr. Hank, and then you shared with me some wisdom. So I'm glad that I did that, because old me would have been like, let's just do it. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at, and thank you for letting
Yeah,
me share. And Joey,
beautiful.
I can't wait for what you say.
Well, before Joey, Deborah, that is just beautiful. And yeah, to ask yourself, is this even true? And see, if you're feeling bad, that automatically is God telling you this isn't true. Okay. And that whatever you're thinking about, that it's just the committee, the devil, if you will, trying to get you off track. And so for you to, yeah, to breathe in deeply, I love that, Deborah, to ask, hey, is this even the truth with a capital T? And that every time when you're not feeling good about something, that you'll see that, hey, it's not the truth at all. And it's really just amazing how the committee tries to talk us into something and we sucker for it. And now you're not suckering for it anymore, and that you're living the life. This is living the magical life where you don't have to, you can rise above and rise up, rise above that committee about what other people are saying, whatever, and being able to do it. And it was kind of cool, Deborah, when you were speaking, you had the sun right in your back by your head. And so you had this beautiful, brilliant white light behind you. And it's like that brilliant white light's always with you. To
Exactly.
guide
Oh,
you and support you.
yes.
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. And Joey, you got the sleigh out, I see.
Yep, I do. That's correct. Yes, there's a reason for that and stuff. But yes, I would have used the word, Deborah. Angelic is what that light put you in place of being angelic.
Ooh. All right.
Love it.
Yeah,
Thank you. I'll
yeah.
take it.
So I've shared on here pretty openly. I've shared on here as far as like, I turned 60 January 10th, and before that, what I did last year, because that programming in my head kept saying, man, my dad, my uncles, like all of them started falling apart and disintegrating really at 60 years old, was kind of like their downfall. And so to
Yeah.
prevent that, I started playing 20 some hours a week in pickleball, started competing in pickleball, started trying to lift 300, and I did bench 300 pounds and bench pressing, and I got surgery as a result of that, and couldn't do anything for about 5 or 6 months as a result of that. And
Yeah.
something has happened in turning 60
Mm.
where I know I have not been, and I kind of didn't share this last week because I wanted to give it another week of practice, to see if it stuck. And I no longer need to discord. I no longer need the side I don't want. I just
Mm.
lean into what I want. And as I lean into what I want, I get more excited and things start showing up and incredible things continue to happen. Deborah, I know that you're a superstar and you are going to change this world. And hearing that about the TV and stuff is only testament of that and stuff, you know, and every one of us on this call have that capability, that availability to truly change this planet with our life, you know, and how we live our life and stuff. And it's just, it's become so easy that I just flow. And if something does happen that would be something I normally wouldn't like, it's like, okay, everybody can, here's what it came down to for me in my heart. The communication is, I'm 60 now. The effort is done. The pushing, the trying to make happen, like all that, I'm done with that. I no longer have that phase. I needed that phase back when I had that phase, but I don't need it today. Today, I just lean into good. I lean into seeing good, and I lean into believing in good, and the good continues to show up. And, you know, similar to what you were talking about, Deborah, is I'm getting people contacting me almost daily, asking me if I would, because they've seen episodes of my podcast, if I would guest on their podcast. I have a company that called me up last week and wants to put my mug on the cover of their magazine that has millions of subscriptions to it and stuff, and do an 8 or 10 page, you know, write up of the works I do. And I can't do anything to deserve these things, but I can allow them to continue flowing in me and through me, and the joy and the passion I have in impacting other people's lives. You know, a while ago after the surgery and stuff like that, one of the things I came to the understanding of is I don't own shit. This business that I've put so much money and effort and pain and, you know, blood, sweat, tears and everything into, it's not even mine. It's God's. But he's appointed me to operate it for him. And in doing that, he'll bring everything I need to have the exact impact that he wants it to have, the way he wants to have it. And I get to go along for the joy of it. I get to enjoy the new people showing up. I get to enjoy the breakthroughs that I see people having. I get to enjoy the conversations I get to have as a result of this. I just get to enjoy life.
The prize, you know? Joy.
And the only place I have felt any little bit of twing is when I go in the gym and all the guys that were in there when I was benching 300 pounds see me, and I'm now benching, you know, like 180 pounds and stuff. And they go, what happened to you? You know, and there's that little bit of that ego side that'll come in. And I just go, you know what, this is where I'm supposed to be right now. And, you know, I go, yeah, I benched that, but I had to get my shoulder reconstructed as a result of it. So I'm just doing what, and every one of them go, man, I know exactly what you mean. I need to do the same thing. And you know, and it's like when I come honestly about things, everything I go through is for my benefit and the benefit of other people. And I don't have to find those people anymore. And I don't have to find those avenues. So that's, that's my for the week.
That is just beautiful, Joey. And, you know, just this idea about, leaning into, you know, focusing on what we want. So you call it the good, you know, and realize that everything that we are experiencing, the people that are coming into our life, that it's all a blessing. And this is this idea about unconditional love. When you start seeing every person, every experience with this unconditional love, you'll start seeing the blessing in it and where it's taking you to, and it's taking all of us to a better place. We have that belief and faith. And, you know, I love that, you know, you said, hey, and now that I'm 60, I could just let go. And for all of us, no matter what your age is, whatever that age is, say that age, I can let it go now. We don't have to be in this battle anymore. We can start enjoying life. Remember, our soul is here for us to experience growth through the contrast, but then out of that, to have more freedom, and then the prize, joy. And so just look for the freedom, look for the joy, look for the wanted in everyone and everything and every experience, and then you'll find it. So,
Dr. Hank, I remember you telling me, for a long time, you'd say, you know, the area of what you don't want is only coming up. You know, don't be upset with it. It's only coming up. And I couldn't understand. I kept getting in bed with it, and I kept putting it on. I'd have a crappy day, and I would follow that. And really, even now, like, there is no bad.
Right.
Even in what shows up that we might not want isn't bad. It's just helping us to get to what we want. And if I could have looked
Yeah.
at it like that, man, so many years of my life would have been different. Corporate America, I spent
Yeah.
28 years in corporate America up to a vice president of sales. Who
Yeah.
nobody thought, anyways, as a kid, that I would ever achieve something like that, And but
Yeah.
in that, I was so miserable, and so much of that time I abused alcohol and
Mm.
gambling and all kinds of stuff to live that way and be
Yeah.
okay with it. And today I see
Mm.
everything it's gained me by doing that and how it impacts who the people I'm able to help today. And it's like, damn,
Yeah.
I wish I'd have known that back then, because it could have been enjoyable.
Yeah, yeah,
Almost
but
three
it's
decades
okay.
of my
But
life could have been enjoyable.
it's okay though, Joey, as long
I
as
know,
this
because it
present
got me to
moment
here.
you're
And at
yeah,
60,
yeah,
I can go, I don't live like that anymore.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so
I'm
there
with
are
you,
no
Joey,
regrets.
because I get that too, especially with alcohol, drugs, and all the darkness. But I
Yeah,
wouldn't trade it for the world, because it's
Yeah.
planted me exactly where I'm supposed to be, and
Yeah.
just taught me that
mm,
we are really creators, and we can create, really anything, as long as we have the desire and the non-resistance. You'll get that desired outcome, and that's really something. It's our life today is because of our desires, but it's
Yes.
also when you don't have that resistance, as well. And in the past, I was like, no, I'm good. I'm non-alcoholic. I'm not an addict. Like, this is fine. I'm just living it up, because I was
Yeah.
resisting, the change, because I just didn't care. Like, I didn't really, but God knew in me that there was so much more, for me, and that now it's just like, wow, like this, it doesn't even feel like it was my life. It feels like it was a
Yeah.
different,
Yeah.
person, and it's just
And
such
that,
a cool journey, right? So
mm,
yeah,
yeah, if
I'm
reborn.
I
so
could,
proud of you,
if I
Joey.
I am you too, Deborah. All you guys. But I am, man. You're my sister. Yeah. That. And if I could just add one other thing here, Doctor, for a
Yeah.
long time, even in, like, I'm coming up on 18 years without alcohol, and I can drink whatever I want, but as long as it doesn't have alcohol, I get to live this life, and alcohol
Yeah.
was the enemy, and it's what beat me
Yeah.
down. It's this, but what I've come to find is enemy was probably one of the best friends I ever had, because it beat
Yeah.
me down far enough to where I became willing to
Mm,
ask for help. Nothing else in my
there.
life could do that, And as a result of that,
Yeah.
I get to live this life. And now I'm 60, so I
Yeah.
get to let go and let everybody be who they
Yeah.
are and just let the good times flow.
Yeah, baby, let the good times flow. Another thing you said, Joy, is about on how you observed like your dad, whoever, and when they got 60, they went downhill. And that's what we have a tendency to do. Like we see people working really hard and, whatever, 80 hours a week. And we think to be successful, that's what we need to do. And it just isn't the truth. All we need to do is think about what we want, ask for what we want and why we want it. And that's why at least a minute for it to start manifesting. And so, in fact, Mike and I had a conversation yesterday about how he said, yeah, he now understands how to manifest, and he's manifesting some unbelievable things in 20 some countries, and, just all of these amazing things. And it's about just us thinking we don't have to work hard. We don't have to be how anybody was at age 60 or 40 or whatever. We can call it the way we want it. And that's living the magical life, baby. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Other thoughts, comments? Yeah, so I'm gonna Joey actually had a question last week for me and I think he asked if I could bring it up, but he said, like, oh, I remember when Joey went up into the garden and he was able to be with Christ and embrace, walk hand in hand with Christ, and he said, but with the angels, he doesn't get that, that connection like that. And so I want to help us all to understand what this angel is. And so remember last week we talked about this experiment the scientists did called double slit. And it basically was where the scientists were studying protons and neutrons, and they found the experiment found that these neutrons and protons knew they were being observed. In other words, their consciousness. And what the experiment didn't do, but there have been other experiments that have proven this, that so understand everything is energy. Okay, the whole universe is, the world is, we are. That my finger here, it has all kinds of atoms moving around way faster. There's more space on this finger than there is matter, but it doesn't look that way to us, our appearances. And so everything is energy. And just like those electrons and protons knew that they were being observed, that we have the power, we have been blessed with this power to be able to use our minds and to be able to invite any energies in these electrons, protons. So, for example, to invite peace into your life, and all the energies in the whole universe of peace will come to you. Now, the same is true is if you think about war. And if you're engaged in war with your committee, okay, that all of the energies of the whole universe of war or chaos or whatever confusion will come. And so we get to choose. And we have been taught, though, to choose what we're living or what other people have lived and what they have experienced. And so we're looking at what is our bank account, how our relationships are, our health, whatever. And it's old news, folks, because it starts and proven by science, thoughts create energy, which is our emotion that creates matter, matter. This is why our thoughts become things. So Joey said, how, these angels, how do I connect with these angels? And so let me help you to understand that God is this loving energy. So everything is the word that we call God, and it's this loving energy. And that God, again, for archangels, that man that has walked before us, mankind, has asked for 7 major things. And so God has responded with this loving energy on these 7 things. And so one of them is unconditional love, because we realize that we are pure love when we just are connected with Source, with the universe, with God, that we realize that we're pure love. We came from love. God is love. And so that was one of them, is no conditions. I'm not going to judge anymore. Do not judge. We've been told, do not judge. And we're judging, the committee is judging all the time. The head of the committee, remember, fear, worry, doubt, planning, blame, shame, guilt, is the judge. And the judge is mainly judging you, and never in a positive way. And so we are all worthy. Like Joey had said something about, oh, I'm deserving, if I deserve it or not. We all deserve it all. And so we've already done our work. We birthed ourselves into this amazing world, and we have the ability, we signed up to have this contrast. And now that we understand and what we signed up for with our consciousness, as we have become enlightened together as a master heart family, that we realize that it's all a blessing. It's all love. And when we don't put any conditions on any person or anything from the past, from people that have transitioned back into the non-physical, our parents or whoever we're holding a grudge on, our exes or whoever, we're going to give all that up. We don't need to have that. So angels, I describe using colors. And so Today we'll do Archangel Chamuel. Chamuel is a pink color. Why? Pink for love. Okay. That I then call in Archangel Chamuel's light for the mind, energy for the emotions, and then angel dust. So I call it angel dust. Okay. But all it really is, it's this energy. So is there really an Archangel Chamuel with wings out there? Well, not really, but if you want to, you can create it in your imagination and you can illuminate your mind. But the fact is, it's all energy. Your energy, I'm energy, we are all energy. And so even though we, think of angels with wings and a halo or whatever, that really what we're doing is we're calling God's love and certain aspects of God's love in to guide us, to support us, and to love us. And so hearing that, your thoughts on that? Any questions, comments? Is that a little bit clearer? Yeah, Joey.
To me, that brought a lot of clarity. That day walking with Jesus in the garden,
Yeah.
that happened. That's as real as anything else in my life. And so this here, to look at that as being an extension like God, really.
Yeah.
Helps a
it's
lot.
God. It's part of God. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it
part
helps
of
a
God.
lot.
Yeah, good. And seeing like the pink light that, when I introduce today, we'll be inviting Archangel Chamuel and see pink, and just be surrounded by that light. And JOPHIEL has a golden light. And with JOPHIEL on your emotions, just see that golden illumination on your emotions to where you feel better than you ever have. It's all just to humanize it because we have these five senses. And so it's easier for us to allow it in because we have five senses. And if we can relate it to some of our senses, like light, that we can then be able to more grasp this energy and emerge ourselves in this loving energy. Isn't that beautiful? Mm-hmm. So let's go there now. And so I would invite you to go within, as long as you're not driving, that close your eyes and just get really comfortable. And I would breathe in the breath of God, 5 seconds in, and 5 seconds out. And just let anything that has bothered you, let this day just go. Let it out. Let the committee out. Let all those bothersome things, those troubling things, just be released from you as you breathe in. And breathe out and just relax now. Open up the crown of your head, the top of your head. Just allow God's loving energy to just flow down through you. Relaxing your forehead, relaxing your eyes, relaxing your jaw. Breathing in and breathe out and just let go. Just become more and more comfortable as you relax your neck, your shoulders. Relax that energy in your eyes. Relax your hands, your fingers. Right out your fingertips is loving relaxation from the divine. Breathe in and breathe out. Just relax now. Relax your third eye, which is in between your eyebrows by your temple there. Just open up your third eye to see vision. Relax your throat. Your throat chakras is beautiful. chakra of your speaking your truth, speaking your truth to yourself and to all others. Breathe in. And breathe out. Oh, and as you breathe out, just open up your heart now. Open up your heart wide. Allow it to give love to yourself and to the world, to each one of us. Let us send love to each other. Love out to our loved ones, the people that we play with, where we use our talents and just put love on all of it. So beautiful. You're so beautiful. Breathe in. And breathe out. And just relax all your amazing organs in your tummy, your solar plexus, right below your ribs there. Just relax that. Relax and let go. And breathe in. And relax your sacral below your belly button. This is where you feel. This is where God communicates to you your beautiful feelings. You ask now to raise up your feelings to feel better. And breathe in. Oh, and breathe out and just relax your root, that energy there, your root that is the primal state. It's all part of it. It's all beautiful. We just love that our energies are just so balanced within our body now. We're so relaxed and so at ease, so open for the divine to come to us now. And we call forth Archangel Chamuel in your pink light energy and angel dust to flow in with your unconditional love. Let our thoughts be with no conditions and love ourselves, love everyone from the past, present, and future, to love all of our experiences from the past and the present and the future with no conditions, just pure love. And as we focus on light, we see that pink light flow into our minds, flow into our heart, flow into our bodies, feeling so filled with love. That love now comes out of the crown of our head, just flowing out from us, pouring out to the world, to our loved ones, all those that we know. We put love on every condition that is in our life right now. We just put love on it. We love money, love freedom, love ourselves. Everything, put love on it. And you will see you'll be living the magical life, seeing as God sees everyone and everything, and you as pure love. And let us just immerse ourselves for a minute in this love. Let love soak into you now. Soak into your thoughts. Soak into your spirit, your emotions. And soak into every cell of your body. Let it soak into your eyes where you just see the love in everything and everyone. You hear love, you smell love, you taste love, you touch love. You are love. And your sixth sense now opens up and invites the divine in with even more love, more support, more guidance. Feeling so good, feeling love, being love now. Archangel Chamuel, we ask that you stay and be with us now forevermore. And we give thanks for your love, for the love that you help us to have and be and do. We now call in Archangel JOPHIEL, and JOPHIEL with your golden light energy and angel dust of illumination. And we ask that you right now illuminate our minds with your golden light to expand our imagination and our creativity, to give us more understanding, more answers and solutions to life and our desires. And we thank you for giving us the answers, for having us receive as we have asked, and now receive the understanding, the answers and solutions to living the magical life now. As we breathe in your beautiful golden energy. Illuminate now our emotions, our spirit. We ask that we feel better than we ever have been felt before, that we feel your golden light and energy on our feelings and our emotions, on our spirit. And during this day and during this week and during our life, we continue to recognize when we feel just on top of the world that we know it's your assistance helping us, God. Thank you, JOPHIEL, for flowing in and illuminating our emotions, our feelings, our spirit now. We light up and we are the light of the world now. And everyone we think about, they feel this golden light upon them. And when they think about us, they feel so good. They love us and they see our unconditional love and they see our illuminated selves now. And JOPHIEL, we ask now that you flow your golden angel dust into every cell of our body. Feeling so good, so energized in every cell, in every organ, in every muscle, in every nerve, in every sense, in our eyes. It just is lighting us up We see differently. We see as God sees and hears and smells and tastes and touches. We're connected with that sixth sense now to be guided to the magical life, to our desires, to the divine, with your guidance and your love and support. And let us take a minute now to just soak JOPHIEL in its illumination, to take you beyond where you've been before. Breathe in. See the presence of your golden light now. Our spirit feels your energy now. Feel your golden angel dust upon us now, in us and through us, and all around us. We are golden. We turn everything we touch into gold. And we are love. And JOPHIEL, we thank you for being with us now, for lighting up our world, illuminating us. I thank you for your presence that will be with us now today and this week and forevermore. We just love living this magical life. We love having all these resources to call upon to brighten our day, to make our moments magical as they are right now in your presence. And I now call you back into the room, into your chair. I'm going to count from 3 down to 1, and on 1, you'll awaken with more pure love, with more illumination than ever, with more angelic you being shown to yourself and to the world. And 3 is for our minds, our spirits, and our bodies that are together as one and have risen up now, risen above the war, risen above the committee, and gone to peace. And we call peace in now, the white dove of peace, to flow into our minds, to our hearts, and to our bodies. And unto the 2, we are so in love, so illumined. We give thanks to the 2 of you archangels for coming and visiting us today and being with us now forevermore as we have immersed ourselves in you. On the count of 1, we shall open up our eyes and feel so good. Feel such love for ourselves, each other, and the world. And 1, we open up our eyes and welcome this amazing life, the magical life to us. And so it is. Amen. Ooh, I feel good, like I knew that I would. Yeah, so good, so good. Woohoo! So, any thoughts, comments, any experiences to share on that? Hey there, Stephen, Mr. Zoom user.
How's everybody today? Sorry, I was not present this earlier. I was on an errand. But anyway, hey, I love the fact that these guided meditations because I think so many people don't understand how to do it. And so to have a guided meditation is a really great way to connect. And that way you're not fighting where I'm going. You know, it's very helpful. I think it is for me anyway. I mean, I've been doing it for a while, but I really like the guided meditation because it helps me kind of just keep going through the flow of it instead of trying to like, oh, what am I, which way, you know, very good. So I
Yeah,
appreciate that. I
yeah.
appreciate your guided meditation on that. That was beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful. Very good.
beautiful. Well, thank you. And yeah, and that's because the committee will try to get you off track and
Right,
get
right.
you thinking about, I can't believe I had this, or this person said this or whatever. And it's like, hey, I'm gonna just leave it. And so I'm glad. And it's all a matter of, yeah, just breathing and getting focus and ask to really just, invite those loving energies from God. That's what we're doing, is inviting loving
Right,
energies
right.
from the divine to come in and to guide us and support us. And we have to ask them. You have to ask in order to receive, because we have free will. And so we ask, and they come a calling. It's fantastic, isn't
It is.
it?
I think it's amazing. And like I said, the guided just helps kind of the flow. And so you don't, if you're
Yeah.
feeling like you're not where to go, that really puts you right there. So thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you. That's amazing.
fantastic. Good.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts, comments? Well, with that, let's do it. We like to laugh and have more fun. We
Like
We
like
like
to
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 laugh
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 and
and
have
and
more
have
have
more
more
fun,
fun.
fun.
for we are the angelic ones.
For
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 we
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 are
are
the
the
are the
angelic
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 ones.
ones.
ones. Archangels make life a fun game.
Archangels
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 make
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 life a
life
life a
fun
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 game.
game.
game. Love is our middle name.
Love
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 is
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 our
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 middle
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 name.
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 Shamuel makes me feel all right.
Samuel
Shamuel
Samuel
makes me
makes
makes
me
me
feel
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 all
alright.
right,
all right.
as we shine in JOPHIEL's light. As
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 we
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 shine
shine
in
in
shine
shine
in
in
Jophiel's
Jovial
light.
JOPHIEL's
light.
Jovial's
light.
light.
Sound off, living the magic life.
Sound
Sound
off,
Sound
Of
off,
living the
living
living
the
the
magic
magical
magical
life.
magical
life.
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 Sound off, living the magical life.
Sound
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 off,
of
off,
living the
living the
Living the
angelical
magic
living the
life.
magical
life.
magical
life.
life.
Oops.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
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 Yes,
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 yes.
yes,
yes,
yes.
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 Oh, Joy, you hit the high note, baby. Well, I love you guys. You're going to just be so filled with love and illumination and expanded imagination, creativity, and understanding, and enjoy your magical life starting right now. Love you all.
Amen. Everyone have a blessed week.
Yes,
Okay,
Absolutely.
thanks.
amen.
Yep,
Bye.
you
Thank
too.
Take
you.
Take
care.
care. Be
Take
well.
care,
Bye.
everybody. Bye bye.